Hello, everyone. Good morning. And this is my weekend update. I'm coming in late. Today is Monday, January 20. It's the inauguration day for Trump. So, yeah, I wanted to go over uh, a little bit in detail about what I see in the market. So, first thing I wanted to go over is um, oil. And I see a topping pattern here on a weekly basis. I know this is early, there is no follow through candle, but I got the signal from my algo that this is overbought. So this is gonna slowly come down, or I don't know. I mean, the pace again is iffy. I would be careful for these 2 weeks as it may go sideways, or I don't know, it may form another topping pattern over these 2 weeks. But I've already taken a shot here on Friday, so yeah, I'll wait and see and see what happens over next 2 weeks. But February doesn't look good for oil. Also, let's go over each and every index. So SPY again, there was a huge candle. This is like a bullish engulfing, looks like a bullish engulfing candle. Doesn't have a follow through yet, but what I see in the market is based on the quant analysis that I did over the weekend, and you know um, my algo signals, looks like this is gonna go up on Tuesday and Wednesday. Monday is a holiday for market, so I'm thinking Tuesday, Wednesday, it's gonna go up. And looks like it will probably want to at least test this area, 602 area. So if it tests above, and if it tests and fails, and on Tuesday and Wednesday, that would be kind of an early indicator for me that it is going to go down. Definitely, guys, I don't think it's going to just turn around like this, just gonna correct 2%, 3%, and then just gonna start making a new high. I kind of do not see that. I still see overbought signals on a weekly, monthly basis. So I don't know if it's gonna be this month, but it's definitely looking exhausted to me. So that is my S&P analysis. Let's look at QQQ. This looks like a hanging man on a daily basis. Also on a daily basis, I kind of on SPY, I kind of ignored a couple of signals here, and then it just uh, crept up. So yeah, I mean, this is what volatility does. It basically doesn't respect channels. But I don't think this is a breakout. So volatility, what it does is, it basically doesn't respect any channels. It will, you know, you'll see wider highs and wider lows. So I don't think this is the low for uh, this particular cycle. Um, let's look at IWM. IWM, I'm not 100% sure. This is definitely, broken off. This is not a bull flag pattern anymore. It's like completely gone. I have to agree, I didn't do much analysis over the weekend here. I was just looking at Bitcoin and oil and S&P and QQQ. I did not, wanted to take any position. I didn't get any special indicators here, but I can give you the momentum. How what my algo says on this. So so that if anyone holds that position may have. So it's still monthly. It's bullish. Weekly, it's still bearish. This is a trend, guys, and daily it's still bearish. So and I don't see any hugely overbought or oversold signals on this IWM. That might be the reason I didn't pay attention, but that is my thing. And let's look at DIA again. It looks like it's gonna go sideways, and because of the volatility, it's just gapping up and down, and but I again, like, I have a leap on DIA. I don't I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. All these large cap stocks. So monthly it's still bullish. Weekly it just turned bullish barely, I would say. I don't see any overbought signals or oversold either. So it's gonna just truck around, just go sideways, I guess, or go, test this area maybe, um, 437 area. But if S&P is overbought, then I don't see Dow going anywhere anytime soon. Now let's go get to more interesting part. I was looking at BTC over the weekend, and looks like BTC is looking like it's a top, guys, because look at this. I got a topping signal on a monthly basis for this. So look at this. I mean, over the weekend, I think it hit a new all-time high. This optimism about Trump, being positive about Bitcoin and all that sentiment. It looks like, it hit. So look at the, before, anything really tops, it usually rallies pretty hard, like incredible. You see incredible rally. So look at this rally all the way. I think it rallied till here. So it's like 57% since November. So this is November, guys. So since November, it just rallied like almost 60%. So looks like this is it for Bitcoin. If you look at daily chart, it hit some kind of a trend line. I saw over the, it barely, it almost hit. But see, again, with S&P, like I said, this could still be, up um, on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we will see. But as it gets closer to the month, I would be careful around this area, around 110 area, 111K area. Overnight it hit like 109, so it like hit new high. Um, yeah, that is my analysis. Also, another thing that I recently went over, um, I just wanted to correct that, my analysis on that. Let's look at future. So it's like the platinum futures, guys. So the platinum futures. So I recently said it might break out, but looks like it doesn't. You know, it's not doing that. It looks like it's gonna break down. Uh, so let's go to a little bit so that we can, yeah, wider time frame. So looks like it hit this. I think it's gonna come and break down, and it's gonna go to 826, and this trades in sync with the palladium. So I think it will just uh, this channel, it has to decide either way. I think it's gonna get decided towards the downside. So my estimate is that, around March or so, it does go down. So before March, this is before March. So it has to decide either way before June. I think it's gonna go down, and this is gonna happen before March. It's gonna break down this channel. So, and then you have to reassess. There are like good, strong. Um, this is like a very, very good support area. If it breaks this down, you don't know what's gonna happen. I see a very good future for metals. I mean, I definitely see a problem brewing in the currency markets, because my theory is that, US, basically, to come out of 2001 crisis, which was a equity crisis. It was mostly equity only and all that. They basically inflated, their bond bubble, and that kind of burst in 2008, and again they reinflated equity and bond bubble. Now they inflated that at the cost of currency. So now the currency is going to give, and I think we are very close to uh, that end point. And by very close, I mean, you will see it in our lifetime. A lot of people think, it's, but I do see it happening. You can say, like I said, the other day I looked at uh, China 10-year yield. There is no way that people are lending China. A lot of people, I basically heard lot of analysts, and why this divergence, why is China getting a long-term loan, 10-year loan at 1.6, when US is actually, investors are demanding more and more. And I see, now I see a lot of analysts also saying the same thing as I did. Recently, over the weekend, I heard, some podcast or YouTube video where this guy was saying it will go to 6%. And I predict that it will go to, at least my technical analysis, my prediction is it will go to, by end of 2026 it will go to 8%. So 6% is nothing. I mean, and why is that? That is the only reason I can come up with, is that 10 years down the line, people, investors see this currency appreciating versus dollar. So dollar going down, Chinese currency coming up. It's gonna. That is the only reason. If I were to invest in this, that is the only reason I would buy this at 1.6 versus, you know, USD at 6%, 5%. So looks like housing market is definitely in trouble, guys. I mean, if people are demanding 8% for 10-year, I mean, you can only imagine about like 30-year loans, and Fed is getting out of these 30-year loans. So um, who's gonna fund those with all the risks that are coming to the forefront? I mean, it's definitely troubling times ahead for U.S. markets, and U.S. markets have attracted a lot of money from international, investors. So yeah, and things are rapidly. This cycle has taken much long, but when things fall, they are turning very rapidly, and you're not getting any time. Same thing happened in bond market. So I think same thing will happen in Bitcoin. I think the banking crisis I mentioned on my blog. I mentioned here that the regional banks are in trouble. I do see like huge problems here, and they may take some time. It'll definitely be after March or April this year, 2025. But I think that might be uh, because of the problems in Bitcoin. Uh, Bitcoin might start going down. Looks like it's gonna hit like 110 within this month. So, and 60% in 2-3 months time. That is what asset does before it's stopping. It's a process. So it might take a couple of months. It might go sideways, but I do see Bitcoin topping, and then these banks, they are in trouble. I don't think Fed will be in a position to cut. There are inflation expectations. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was the inflation expectations. Looks like they are going up, but I think inflation is at almost at its end for this short term. In the short term cycle, it will go back up again in couple of years. But in the short term, I see inflation topping. All the signals are that inflation is topping. And but then problem is with the news cycle, you hear more about it close to when it's close to ending. So we hear inflation is going up. So I don't think the Fed is gonna cut in in January or March because of this. And then I think there will be a rapid deflationary cycle which will set in. Um, and you know that's in the second half is when everything, all the hell kind of breaks loose. So that's what I see, guys. That is my macro and market update video combined for this weekend. I'll see you again in my daily market update video. Thank you very much.